Yeah, I understand. I can be there at that time. Nah, shouldn't be too much of an issue. It's just a little earlier than I'm normally used to, but oh, yeah, I'm assuming it's more of a nighttime position, being the kind of establishment that it is. That's all right. I figure you need me in a little early for training, so it's fine. It's fine. Nah, I'm more than happy to. Dress code. My last security gig was private, so, I had a little more leeway, but I was working for an upscale family, so, suits were kind of a staple. Kind of the same. I guess that depends on where I'm working. I mean, front of house, I usually would do a suit. If you want me somewhere else doing something else, I just need to know. All right, we can cover that when we get there. Yeah, sounds great. I'll see you then. Sorry about that. Well, it was a matter of time before one of us did it, and I had to find gainful employment. Frost City ain't cheap. You know that as well as I do. Yeah, well, not all of us come from, rich high society folk. Some of us gotta make a living. I know you didn't take none of your parents' money, but still, gotta find a job. Well, I'm doing what I'm good at, security work. But in this case, at a private club. Well, apparently it's some new club that, this guy is forming. I guess he's splitting off a portion of his current business and moving it offsite, onsite. I don't know. It was a little weird, to be brutally honest. Okay, if we're being completely fair here, you remember that gentleman that we bumped into, a little while back on the street? Completely coincidentally, I may have applied for a job, and it turns out it was at his club, and, well, now I'm doing security for it. I didn't expect to be doing it neither, but shit, I need a job, and he's paying remarkably well. Oh, like you wouldn't believe. Seriously, he's paying shockingly well. I'm gonna be saving on my rent, basically. Yeah, I don't know, I don't get it. Apparently, he's taking a portion of his club or his restaurant, or I don't know, but he's moving it off-site, but still on-site. Like, I guess he bought some place right behind his place, and he's moving that part of the club to there so he can expand into something else. I don't know. Whole thing was a little confusing, but the short and long of it is I got a job. I'm not saying that I'm fully comfortable with it. The dude was a little weird, but good weird, so I'm mostly okay with it. I need work. Again, not 100% comfortable with the man, but believe it or not, I actually ran his name by Caleb. He knows him. He really knows him. Well, the criminal shit I can put aside. I mean, it's not that big a deal to me. I've worked alongside criminals once or twice before. Some other stuff, well, I'm gonna keep my pants on is what I'm telling you. It's the easiest thing to do. Apparently, he helped Caleb out in a pinch. He found some stuff for Caleb that isn't exactly the easiest to come across. You catch my meaning? All right. For everybody else, it's not the easiest to come across. You and I are from the South. We are from a very, well, pro state when it comes to this sort of thing, so us finding it, not exactly the hardest thing in the world, but Caleb here in Frosthaven, it's a little more difficult. Like I said, Caleb said he's trustworthy, so as weird as it sounds, I think I'm okay. Oh no, I don't know. Listen, Caleb is an alpha, and you know how I feel about alphas, but to be brutally honest, I weirdly trust the man. He seems like he's got our best intentions. He says this Wanderer fella's a good guy. Yeah, I'll believe it. He did say something about watching out looking into his eyes. I don't know. Weird story, but whatever. Again, I'm just there for the work. That's all I want. I am not about to fall in love with him. You need to knock that shit off, yeah? What about you? I mean, any luck finding work? Listen, it's hard out there, I get it. I can keep an ear to the ground if you want. I mean, it ain't glamorous, but the dude runs one hell of a restaurant, a bar, a club, or whatever the hell this new place is. Like I said, I don't know. There's not a whole lot of information. I'm sure I'll find out soon, but the short version of it is it's upscale, it's got a very exclusive clientele, and apparently I have to sign an NDA about anything and everything I say there. Well, see, now that's the weird part, because I thought the same thing, but apparently the NDA has some very specific clause about illegal activity is allowed to be spoken about with the authorities. I don't know. Either way, I think I'm safe no matter what, so. Well, I mean, again, I could keep my ear to the ground. Or you could always talk to Caleb. I mean, he offered me a job. And he trained me as a mechanic, but, well, you know how I am with that. Girl, how many times did it take me to change a flat tire? I'm not exactly the most mechanically inclined. I appreciate what Caleb said, but being an imposing Hulk is kind of what I'm good at, so I think I'm gonna just do that. Listen, I promise I'm not getting into too much trouble. If you want me to keep an ear to the ground for you, I will. Because I care about you and I want you to be secure. If I could provide for both of us, believe me, I would, but salary ain't that good. No. It's good. It's just not that good. If I was covering you and me, I'd have to pick up a second job. I'm just covering me, which means I have enough to cover my rent, my utilities, and even a little extra. Well, time to put money away, because to be honest, I don't want to rent for too damn long. And you know how I feel about renting. It's just throwing money down a hill. To be honest, I'd much prefer to be buying something. Sure, it means we're putting down a little more firm root in Frosthaven, or at least I am, but shit. Again, it's better for you in the long run, and I can buy something. If it turns out I don't want to stay here, I'll just start renting it. Make a little money on the side. Nothing to it. Listen, that's a conversation for a lot further down the road. Right now, I just want to live life. I want to have some fun. I want to work. I want to see what life has to offer outside everything back home. Yeah, well, I wasn't super excited about joining a pack, but Caleb seems like a good dude. His second, Talia, she seems chill. Did you meet that one girl, Salem? I know, right? Who's named Salem? What an odd name. I don't think I've ever in my life met a Salem. Oh, sweetheart of the First Order, don't get me wrong. I mean, shy as all get out, but nice enough girl. Oh, knock it the hell off. No, never my type. You'll forgive me for saying it this way, but you've ruined me for shy girls. Really? So we're not going to talk about the first time? You were not shy then, and well, I can't do shy anymore, so, you know. I'm just saying, your fault, not mine. Well, I am glad I could ruin you for something. I'm just saying. It's a weird set of time for all of us, but it's okay. We're figuring it out one step in front of the other, aren't we? Yeah, that's all we can do. Yeah, find work, live life. Who knows, maybe we do meet some folk here and there. I don't know. I mean, on one hand, I like the idea of meeting people. On the other, I just kind of wanted to come out here and be quiet for a little bit, get to know the place, see the sights. I don't know. Yeah, I wasn't expecting to get thrown into a pack, I'll tell you that, but we kind of don't have a say in that matter. And, well, if we gotta be in a pack, we gotta be in a pack. I'm more than happy to figure out how this works. Because at least we get a fresh start. At least we get to begin again, yeah? I like that. Well, that's also true. I mean, it's gonna take some time, but I think once we get our feet under us, a couple months worth of work and figuring shit out, I think we'll be doing all right. I gotta believe. It's a weird situation we're in. I know it is, but I feel like if we go into everything with our eyes open and we give it an honest to God try, we could make a life here. I mean, that's what I want. Isn't that what you want? It was gonna be real hard to make a life back south. I loved it there, don't get me wrong, but with your family hanging around and my family hanging around and all the drama of who we were. There was no life there. There was no moving forward. There was no being anything. Listen, I just want to live my life free of as many scruples as possible. Yeah, I do. Simple. Easy. No big family drama, no big family issues, just life. Whatever that means is what it means. Maybe, just maybe, we can, start something up. I don't know. Alive, real life for the first time in forever. I don't know what I mean by that. I just mean I'm excited. I have a job for the first time in forever. A job that doesn't require me to be on call 24/7. It's kind of nice. Now. I never had a problem guarding you. I'd always protect you. You know that. I'll still always protect you. But, I don't know, it's gonna be kind of nice having some free time. Maybe read some books. Play some video games or something. I don't know. Well, I don't know. That girl Salem's pretty into video games from what I understand. Good way to make a friend. No. Not that kind of friend. Believe me, not that kind of friend. Nah, more the real kind of friends. I realized it recently. I don't have friends. Listen, don't take that the wrong way, but you and I are much more than friends, and we always have been. Really hard to just have a normal friendship when, well, was involved. And I'm not saying that I regret any minute of it, but it's different between you and I. I wouldn't mind something uncomplicated. Well, it's why I like the idea of hanging out with Caleb and, Talia and Salem and that one dude. I still don't remember his name. He's very weird. No. It's in a good way, but, like, you notice he's very quiet. Doesn't really say much. Yeah, very much just on the down low. I don't blame him for it. I mean, it's a whole pack dynamic, and he's the most recent turn, I think. Either that or Salem, but he's very fresh. It must take something to get your footing. You and I never had to deal with it, purebloods as we are. Yeah, well, either way, I'm happy to just be starting to live some life. Hey, like I said, I'm more than happy to keep my ear to the ground. You need some work, Ain't nothing wrong with that. I will keep my ear to the ground for you then. You might want to check with Caleb, too. I mean, never know. Maybe you find some secret skill you never knew you had. You could be the greatest mechanic Frosthaven's ever seen. Well, I think Caleb would be upset about that, but then he's also employing the greatest mechanic the Frosthaven's ever seen, so if he's a smart businessman, he doesn't really care. Tell you how that boy got into mechanics, I will never know. he kind of told me what he got from Wander. That ain't the kind of gear that a dude who just served his bit in the military and walked away gets. That was specialized. He did some work. Yeah, normally I would say just a ranger, but again, the gear and the knowledge and the nonchalantness about it. I mean, he said it like it was nothing. I'm thinking he was more than just, special forces. Yeah, I think he was special forces. I mean, hey, been nice to have around. Apparently the dude doesn't mess about. More than happy to find that out firsthand. Because it's another person here to keep you safe. And safety for you is all I care about. I'm still a bodyguard. Can't really change that. Now I'm just doing it for somebody else, but I still care about your body. No, not like that. You know, you know what I meant. You know what I mean. Why gotta do this to me? You're incorrigible. You know that. I don't know about you, but I could use some lunch. Apparently, I have my first shift tonight, and I gotta have a suit on. Well, that's the thing. He didn't say anything about a dress code, so I don't know. I'm just gonna put on a suit and hope for the best. So I'm overdressed the first day. Ain't the worst thing to do at a new job. Yeah, I've only really ever had one job for the longest time, so this'll be a first. Yeah, come on. I'm starving. I'll get something to eat.